ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and gold knights, welcome back to History of the Emblem. Today I have something a little different than the past videos that have been uploaded on this channel. Instead of focusing on Fire Emblem games in the actual series, this time we're going to take a look at the Fire Emblem fanbase. This is something that may turn into a mini-series on this channel, but we'll see where it goes from here. To kick off our first look into the Fire Emblem fanbase, we'll start with an amazing celebration of the many artists in this community through the project known as the Fire Emblem Compendium. If you haven't seen any of it, here's a basic rundown. The Compendium is a massive online gallery of different characters, all drawn by different artists. The goal of the project was to draw every Fire Emblem character that has played some type of role in the series, whether it be a main lord or a supporting character. And at the time of writing this, it's almost done, and by the time I post this, it'll probably be fully completed. In just a few months, over 700 Fire Emblem characters were drawn by a multitude of different artists. It's incredible! Now this is History of the Emblem. Of course, there has to be a bit of history behind this, right? Well, who better to tell you about the history of the Compendium than the creator themselves?
The idea for the Compendium was inspired partly by a project the Japanese Fire Emblem community were running named Fire Emblem Memories, where artists were designing pins based on their favourite characters, and partly on a thought I had about how difficult it would be to draw all the characters from certain games. Fire Emblem, I thought, seemed one of the most difficult. All the characters have so much detail, armour and personality that it would be almost impossible for one person to do alone. Hence the idea for a group project.
And the immediate response to the Compendium was definitely something to behold.
Extremely. When we first opened the floodgates, it actually crashed Google Sheets for a fair few minutes. I think we were all sitting there for a moment not knowing what to do, and we had to close applications after 3 hours because we'd already had over 800. The response was absolutely incredible. Very humbling, and we were all really flattered that so many people from all different parts of the world and in all different skill levels wanted to take part in showing their love for Fire Emblem. Right from the get-go, people were psyched to get in, and once we started using the Discord, artists from all walks of life were posting their pieces and other artists were helping out no matter what their skill level. Everyone's been so good about helping each other improve, and it's to the point now where artists who were intimidated to stand with big artists in the Fire Emblem community are now excited about taking part. That people are actually considering drawing more now because of the Compendium is not only wild but incredible. We've had people submit entries who've openly admitted that this has inspired them to draw, or that they very rarely post any of their artwork online, which has been wonderful.
I think one of my favorite things about the Compendium is how it really brought everyone together as a community as well. You know, usually from what I've seen, when people talk about the Fire Emblem fanbase, they usually specify, oh, I'm talking about Serene's Forest, or oh, I'm talking about Reddit, etc. But now, the one thing we can all unify over is this big project which had participants from every platform, from Reddit to Serene's Forest, and new fans and old fans. The Compendium definitely was an extraordinary project, and I really commend the moderating team for how organized and well run it was. I really hope we see another project like this in the future that brings us all together as a Fire Emblem community.